A visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power? You were in... Omeluum!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
So we are in the Underdark, and Omeluum is actually going to be an ally, so we're going to relax and let him search our mind.
As Omeluum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. No, it appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma. It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination. Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. A tincture distilled from a collection of rare. Both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timosks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric.
May your travels be safe and swift.
Alright, so after we talk to them, they are both actually traders. So we're going
In my private collection is to your liking.
We are gonna buy this Psychic Spark. It gives you Magic Missile for free. And we're gonna buy this Life Bringer, which we're gonna have Charles wear, since our build is about lightning charges, and I think that's it for this one.
Very well.
So we can go ahead and equip that. It also looks nice, doesn't it? It does. What was the other thing that we bought?
Is difficult to emulate.
The Psychic Spark. I think we're going to give this to Wyll, so she can have Magic Missile, which is right here. And we like Magic Missile because it is a guaranteed damage. So if you only have an enemy with 1 or 2 hit points left, you can use Magic Missile to finish them off. Omeluum is also a trader here. Oh no, maybe after, actually, after he will become a trader. So we're gonna go back to him later. Now we're gonna go up here and greet the Sovereign. We're gonna start a few quests here.
Don't.
Now we meet Thulla here, who is a underground gnome. We are gonna help her people since we are doing a good guy run.
Eyes to yourself. Oh. Duergar. Oh. Slashed me. Oh. Poison.
We are gonna help her. We have an antitoxin. We're just doing all the good deeds in this run, aren't we?
Ah, gods. Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me? No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But that cure did the trick. Quick sharp too. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, Carl's garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me. Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Duergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake. Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here... I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Duergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
You know, I can't tell.
Right, so we did start a few quests here. We have help Omeluum investigate the parasite. That's new. We're gonna save the Grimforge gnomes as well. That's new. Find the Night Song will be in our list for a bit. Now let's talk to the Sovereign. He will give us another quest. I quite like the Underdark. There's a lot of quests here that are fun to do.
Turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Duergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many. You will find Duergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Duergar invaders, huh? I'd like to hear their side of the story first, but alright.
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Duergar.
The Duergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
An illusion comes over you. A Duergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the Circle a service. We will await word.
Alright, so we have quite a few things to do here. We're gonna go ahead and meet another trader here. She has some good stuff. And she will also give us a quest. So this is, the Underdark is very densely packed with a lot of quests and NPCs. So we're gonna try to do all of them.
Right. Never mind.
So one of the most important items we're gonna be wearing is the Caustic Band. It deals 2 acid damage, so we're gonna give that to Lae'zel, definitely. We're also gonna have the Amulet of Restoration. It gives healing word and mass healing word once per short rest. So we're gonna buy that as well. We don't need any weapons from her, I don't think. We don't need those gloves. I think just those 2 are gonna be what we're gonna need from Derryth. So we're gonna go ahead and equip them to our characters.
Fleshwalker. Tongue talker.
It looks like we got interrupted by Glut. That's okay.
Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying Myconid corpses.
Duergar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Duergar rot. I mean to join you. Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
And was it Astarion who we bought something for? Which one was it? I don't recall. It's not the boot. Oh, it's this one. So we're going to give him that, which means Astarion now has his own healing word, but we'll also have healing word and mass healing word, which are good for once every short rest. So these are from the amulet, and this is his actual healing word that can be scaled up and down. And now all of Lae'zel's weapons will now inflict 2 more acid damage because of the ring that she's wearing right here, the caustic band. Alright, and Glut is a victim of the Duergar as well, so we're gonna team up with him for a little bit. He wants to avenge his circle because the Duergar destroyed them, so we are going to help him do that. So we are gonna go this way. We did receive this quest of find the mushroom picker, Balin. That's actually Derryth's husband, so we're going to help him, help her find him. Let's go ahead and destroy these rocks so they don't explode in our faces. We're gonna wait for it to calm down here. And Balin is actually just right under there. So we're gonna rescue him. And the best way to do it actually is the following. Since these are mushrooms and Glut is a mushroom, we're going to control him. If a regular player goes in this area, the mushrooms are gonna explode, but they do not react to him. So what we're gonna do is start the dialogue here real quick. Can we start the dialogue here? Yes.
Stop! Stop!
So we do not want the Bibberbang to explode.
You recognize the name. Bibberbang, a mushroom that releases dangerous spores. Highly flammable.
I know that. Scroll. Escape. My bag, please. I've dropped it somewhere. Thank you. Thank you.
We are gonna help him. So we're gonna put all our players here. Then we are gonna control Sovereign Glut, since the Bibberbang will not react to him. Here is his backpack. We're gonna move it there. Move it little by little until it reaches him. Is that too far? No, it shouldn't be. Can we go this way?
I'm all right.
Okay, we got his bag. Good. And now we have successfully helped him.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Ah, right. As, what were you saying? Derryth, I must need to go. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
Alright, well, thank you. There is something here that we're gonna want. It's a rare mushroom. So we're gonna make this safe, this place a little bit safer to be on. Since the torch right there is on fire, we're just gonna pick it up. So the fire is gone now. So since there's no source of fire, they're not going to explode. And now we're just going to explode them from here. And see if we can get rid of all of them. They are still a little bit dangerous because of the noxious fumes. So we're just gonna clear a path here. So we are able to get the Noblestalk mushroom. So we can give it to Derryth or keep it to ourselves. there might be an easier way to do this, but I'm not aware of that way, actually. So we're just gonna do this the long way. And we still have the poison resistance, so we cannot be poisoned. And we can pick up the Noblestalk freely, since we still have the poison resistance. So the noxious fumes are not going to affect us.
Assume nothing.
And we're done with that. We will continue with our way. Alright, so we are going to go here. There is a fight here that we're going to do. We're going to send Shovel as per usual to surprise them. So we can get free hits on these hook horrors. They do hit hard, so if we can kill them before they have a chance to hit us, that'd be even better. So it is surprised. Let's see if we can. Oh, well, he can view us real easily. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to. Oh well, we can't do that. They have 97 health. Let's see if we can kill it without. Let's see if we can kill it without it being able to attack. Right there. We should be able to kill it with all of the with all the attacks that we can do here. Okay, and we have one more here with Lae'zel. This should be it. If not, we have another turn because it was surprised. And that was a critical hit. Oh, it looks like I still have non-lethal on. I thought I turned it off. Okay, it is off. So I don't know why it was only knocked out. Okay, we're gonna turn off non-lethal. Okay, good.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
Alright, so there is another one here that we're gonna do. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna send Shovel with invisibility so we can get a free attack. Notice that the first one was not able to attack since it was surprised. And I believe there are two here, so we're going to have to surprise one of them, and hopefully the other one does not get a chance to go into initiative. Okay, so this is 1v1. Let's see if we can approach them easily here. Glut is still with us, so we will be able to use his attacks. Let's see if we can hide here. So there are 3 hook horrors here and one, I believe it's a human. So hopefully we can get a surprise attack here. It is facing that way. We're gonna go turn-based mode so we can control our characters more precisely. We are going to surprise this guy. We're going to kill him first as he has magic that can ruin our lives. So we're going to kill the human first. He has 9 lives. good, so he's dead. And then Astarion is still here. We are going to use Charles to just attack it twice for 11 and 11. And Astarion is going to try to surprise the other one down there. So we can get him into initiative, either surprised also, so he doesn't get a turn. Okay, I think it is not surprised, but that's okay. So we are gonna deal with this one first, and I think the bullet is downstairs. So I think it's gonna emerge. It's either gonna be bad news or good news for us.
Sounds like fun.
Because it's gonna fight the horrors with us, or it might fight us as well.
Another fight. Let's go.
He is too big. I think we can jump here. Okay, so we are gonna leave this alone for now. If the fight spills over to it, then that's fine.
These boots have seen everything.
Hopefully the bullet doesn't ruin our life. But if it does, then we're just gonna have to fight it as well. So both are surprised. So the bullet is there. So it is gonna be fighting. I hope it fights the hook horse and not us. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to push this. Oh, it's too heavy to shove. That's all right. We're just gonna go here.
Can you feel death's cold grip on my way? Break them.
So I think that's all right.
That matters.
All right, I think we're going to want to. Let's see if we can get an angle. We cannot get an angle that will allow us to make it.
Fuck yes.
And for Karlach, let's see. For this one, if you look here, diamond scales. So it has 100 temporary hit points, and while it is grounded, any damage lower than 15 will not affect it. So if you hit it with 14 or lower, it's just not going to inflict anything. So for this one, I think our best bet is for Karlach to do bludgeoning damage from up top here. Well, if we miss, then we do not do damage. Let's try again, 85%. So that is 16. So if we can just have Karlach keep doing this, it should be good. So good thing they are fighting. So let's let them fight. We're just gonna let them fight, but we are going to try to kill the bullet as well. We're gonna have Lae'zel try to kill this on her own. So Shovel is not by herself. We missed twice, that's okay. We're gonna try with Astarion now.
Nothing important is ever easy.
I don't think this will damage enough. So what can we do? Actually, I don't think we can do anything, so we're just gonna position ourselves here. And we're gonna let Karlach do this again. Hopefully it damages more than 15. Okay, so that was only 12. Okay, so let's try again here. Okay, 17, that's good. Alright, so it looks like the hook holders are going to fight the bullet, which is fine, we're not complaining.
Taking position.
This feels good. Never a dull moment.
So right now we're just gonna focus on the hook horrors, and Lae'zel is gonna try to wither away this damage of 100 critical, so that's 31. We're actually gonna do frenzy, so we can get an extra throw in next turn. So there is also a possibility that the bullet is going to escape. It's gonna borrow again. Oh, I was just talking about it. Commentator's curse.
I am fury. I am death.
So we are gonna encounter it again later, hopefully, and then we can kill it from there. So right now we're just gonna take care of these hook horrors.
Another fight. Let's go.
So one down.
It's go time.
And one to go. Karlach has 3 throws, so it should be good for both. Well, we hit a critical miss, that's okay. 22. And this should be it. Let's see if Karlach can finish it off with one throw here. Okay, that's good. Alright, so we are going to loot this person. He has a lot of good stuff.
Imagine the blades you could produce with that.
So we have we have 2 items, the Icy Crystal and the Icy Hell. This is actually a weapon. We need a 3rd part of it, so when we get it, we're going to assemble the weapon. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get these flowers. We're going to need 4 of them in total. And we're going to get the Sussur bark also, which is one of the only ingredient that we need to finish this one right here, finish the Masterwork weapon. Remember, this was from way in the beginning of Act 1. We just got the Sussur bark. So now that we have it, we can finish that quest real quick. But it's not time sensitive, so we can do it later for sure. So this is the 3rd flower. We're gonna need 1 more flower, which is up here. So the reason why we took these flowers first is because we are going to go back here. We're going to do the Arcane Tower, and I like doing the Arcane Tower. It's a really nice side quest here. There is something that we will get at the very top of the tower that's going to improve our build on Astarion very, very well. So for this one, the best way to do this is go into turn-based mode. Okay, so you can control your characters. What you're gonna do is you're gonna throw a Sussur bloom next to it, because the bloom has anti-magic abilities, so it's just gonna deactivate it totally. So that's really good. Now we're gonna do that again, turn-based mode. Go here, there's another one here. So we're gonna throw it here. That will also disable that totally. Good. Now we can explore this. There's a little bit of some items here, nothing too fancy, but we are going to... Oh, where's Astarion? Is he... Oh, what is he doing here? I'm so confused. Okay, well, he's late to the party, but we are going to have him catch up. Since there's a chest here that needs unlocking, we're going to have Astarion do it. Thank you to these flowers. They have anti-magical properties. So you cannot cast magic if you're around one. Oh, I dropped my microphone. My apologies. I believe there's something that we can dig up here.
That might be worth a look.
Right here. So we've only used 2 of the flowers. There's actually 2 more inside the tower here. So we are going to be using the other 2 flowers to deactivate the 2 turrets here. If you've ever played this game and have been hit by this turret, it really hurts. So it's a good thing they are deactivated. Take 20, very good. So we are gonna go into turn-based mode again.
On my way.
So we can go here and throw a bloom. Can we reach? I hope so. Path is interrupted. Is that good enough? Let's see. It is not good enough. Okay, so what we're gonna do is...
Assume nothing.
Keep your
we're
distance.
gonna have Astarion do it. Let's go right here. Get as close as possible. Transfer this flower to Astarion. In this game, you can transfer possession of items for free. It doesn't take an action. We just need to find it. Where is it? It's right there. Interrupted? What is interrupting it? Okay, I think we're gonna remove turn-based mode. Well, actually, that was good enough. So we did not need to worry about that. We're just gonna have to do this for the last one. I don't know why it keeps saying path is interrupted. Can we not throw something here? Alright, let us use Lazel.
Objective noted.
Lazel has higher strength, so her throw distance will be farther. Let's just go ahead and get this flower. Give it to Lazel. And we'll have her throw it instead. Wait, that's a Noblestalk. We need a flower. Did I transfer the wrong thing? I think I did. We want this flower. So Wyll, and we're going to throw it right there. We're gonna go out of turn-based mode, and now they are both deactivated.
And, well, in it. Seems like the
So in this tower, I'm gonna recommend that you read every book that you see, because they are going to make a difference when we get to the top floor. Right, so this chest actually is a special chest. You might think it's only plate and forks, but once you read them, they are actually not plates and forks. One of them was a gold ingot. One of them was a heartlight bomb. The other one was a scroll. And the most important ones are gonna be these. Mistress Grace. These are we're going to equip these. These give us free feather fall for 10 turns, which means we can drop down from this floor to the bottom floor here without incurring falling damage. So here it's 9 HP falling damage, but we are going to give everyone feather fall. It will last 10 turns, so that's 1 minute. That should be enough time to jump from one level to another. Here. One more here.
That's curious.
And we have successfully gone to the back of this place. There's 2 more blooms here that we are going to take. We're going to send one to camp because we don't need it. We're actually going to save it for later. And this other one we are going to need in order to power up the tower. Now the back door here is locked, so we are going to use Astarion to lockpick it, obviously.
Simple.
15, no problem for him, I'm sure. 17. He didn't even need the bonuses. So the reason why we needed this Sussur bloom is because this tower is currently non-functional.
That's progress.
If we go up here, I'll show you. So we want to ascend, but it is not working, it's broken.
But it doesn't look broken.
Which means we are going to need to power it up, and this flower is going to be responsible for making sure it's going to turn on again. Right now it looks like the tower is roaring to life with these blue flames. So our objective is going to have to go to all the way to the top floor. There is something in the top floor that we are going to want to do. So right now we're in the basement. So let's ascend one floor up. here, ascend. It is now working. We are on the second floor. We are going to explore here. So these are the Timmask spores that we want. Right here. Omeluum wants these. So we're going to take all 3. And on the same floor is going to be the Tongue of Madness. We only need 1, but we're going to gather both.
Maybe I need more pockets.
I believe there was a supply back here. It's right here. We're going to pick that up. And we're going to read this book as well. So make sure to read all the books that you see here. So there's actually nothing here in these balconies. They're just empty. Nice view of the Underdark. We are done here, so we're gonna ascend 1 more floor. This was the floor that we were just in, so there's nothing here. We're gonna ascend 1 more floor. So this is the 3rd floor. There is a lot of stuff here. We are going to give this to Shadowheart because it gives +1 to Arcane and Religion. So when we do Shadowheart as a companion, she's going to be ready and equipped with a lot of the items that are good for her character, Cleric. We are going to read all of these. Ooh, Witch Bolt, very good. We're gonna give that to Astarion. Featherfall and protection from energy, good. Alright, there is a Githyanki disc here that we're gonna have Lae'zel read for us. It's part of her lore. So we're gonna go ahead and let the cinematic play.
Lae'zel sees it too and considers the vision.
Tissue markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but I've solved the pattern. It's a story. About Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
A traitor. A dead one. This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it. Very well. I will read it to you.
So this is a pretty long cinematic, but it's really important for the story, so we're gonna let it play.
So it was that
Enjoy.
we were free from Gaich shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in 2. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the Empire against the Mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. Disregard this drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith Queen of the Empire and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Gaich. And so it is. A fabrication. A clever one, too, to masquerade as an ancient history. How many such stories could there be? And how many minds have been warped by them?
Alright, very good.
Never a dull moment.
So we learned something about Orpheus, which is going to be, spoiler alert, an important part of the story for later in the game. Alright, so we have reached the highest floor. This is a fight, but we can avoid it. The correct way to avoid it is to make sure that you read the book from under in the lower floors. So we are going to recite the next line. If we did not, then this would be a really difficult fight. So we are going to avoid this fight. You will notice in this run, we're going to be trying to avoid as many fights as we can, actually. All right. And here's another letter here. And we are going to respond to several lines from books here. And we got some rewards for doing that. That's it though. If we had recited the other line, then it would have been a fight, so we don't want that. The other important thing here is going to be this stool. Where's the stool? We're going to move it here. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. So Astarion right now, if you look at his strength, it's at 8, right? Strength 8. But when we sit on this stool, you receive Hill's Giant Might, which increases your strength to 21 when you're sitting on it. So sitting on this stool increases your strength to 21. But it's impractical to be sitting on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack it to destroy it.
This will do some damage.
And
waste not.
Now we're going to see, where is it? Is it somewhere here? The Club of Hill of Giant Strength. So now we are going to equip it to Astarion. Notice his strength would go from 8 to 19. His strength is now 19 when he's holding this. So that's really good. We're going to give him a shield. So his AC is now 19, strength 19. Now, we have been doing great with the Herald, 6 to 15 damage. But we do have the Titan String Bow. And if you look at the description of the Titan String Bow, this weapon deals additional damage equal to your strength modifier. Well, if Astarion is holding the club and his strength is 19, that means his modifier will be +4. So if he has the Titan String Bow, he's going to add damage with his Titan String Bow +4 because of his strength. So that's what we're going to do. So this is going to be our final weapon configuration for Astarion. We're going to have the Club of Hail of Giant Strength, which sets his strength to 19, and the Titan String Bow, which deals additional damage equal to the strength mod, which is +4. So Astarion's range weapon will be 1d8 +5, plus another 4, plus another 2 from the gloves of archery. So the more he hits, the more damage he's going to inflict. So he's going to be our ranged character.
Can't give up now.
Alright. Another secret here is the ring that we just got from Bernard. It's called the Guiding Light. Once you equip it, this button here will appear, which gives us access to the basement. So we are going to do that now. We're going to say bye to Bernard. We won't see him ever again. Let us go to the basement. In the basement, there's a lot of good stuff. Let's go ahead and loot everything that we can. More spores here. Let's see what are in these books. A bunch of scrolls. And remember, scrolls come in handy, especially in tough fights. Basilisk oil here. Let's see what else. More scrolls, invisibility, bone chill, very good. And if we don't end up using these scrolls, we can always just sell them for money. We have the Sparks wall is the wearer can't be electrocuted. We're gonna give that to Lae'zel for now. You probably noticed that I give Lae'zel a lot of our weapons and things because she has a high carrying capacity, so I'm sure she doesn't mind. Alright, we have here the Staff of Arcane Blessing, another good weapon. We're gonna have Lae'zel pick that up.
Watch your back.
And more Tongue of Madness here, we're gonna take them. And I believe that's it for here. So we're done with the basement. So that is the complete guide, if you will, to the Arcane Tower. You have gotten everything we needed from here. We have looted a lot from the basement, and most importantly, we got the Glove of Hill of Giant Strength, which sets your strength to 19, which makes the Titan String Bow an even better weapon, because it will now add +4 to your attacks. And since it is a bow, it will also add your dexterity. Okay, we are done here. I believe the next thing we're going to do, maybe we'll do one more fight and then we'll long rest, because we are out of short rests. We're out of all 3 of our short rests, but we still have plenty of spell slots that we can use. So I think we have enough juice for another fight. So that's what we're gonna do. So we are going to now do this. This is going to be a good fight. Let's see. They are standing in ambush. What that means is they're gonna be invisible unless we succeed on a perception check. And I think the perception check is a 20 or 25. So we probably won't succeed on a perception check. So we're just going to have to sneak in here. It is a DC of 20. So I don't think any of us will succeed. Let's see if we can.
Hey, good looking.
So I think Karlak also failed. Where's Lae'zel and Astarion? They're here. I think we all failed. So no one succeeded on the perception check. That's okay. We're just gonna have to...
What?
We're just gonna have to ambush them.
Up on us.
We're gonna try to hold our arms in peace. But since we have Glut, they're going to immediately be aggressive to us. So we are going to fight. It looks like Charles has not engaged yet. That's really good, actually. So we can position him here. Let's go ahead and jump here. And let's see if we can turn invisible here. Because I believe there's an enemy here. I don't know where he is. Alright, so we are all in initiative, so let's try to kill them all. We're gonna try to thunder wave this guy off to the left. Oh, we got hit with a counter spell, so thunder wave failed. Alright. This guy is invisible, but he's no longer invisible. So we can attack him. He is gonna run away, that's okay. We will chase. I think it's better if we go that way.
In position.
Target is too close. Guess we're just gonna
go on.
Throw these here. Path is interrupted. It's okay, we can do this one. And we are going to rage, so we have another throw, which gives Karlach 3 throws per turn. Alright, whose turn is it? He is invisible, that's okay. If he attacks, he will reveal himself. Alright, it's Lae'zel's turn. 50%, I'm not sure about that. Let's see if we can push him off the ledge. Then we can attack him from here. Let's see if we can do pushing attack. Did that kill him? No, he has 8 left. And let's just go ahead and finish this corpse. And we're gonna try to chase this guy. Okay, maybe we can push him off. We cannot, that's okay. We'll try again. Alright. For this guy, we're gonna try to chase that guy right there.
Nothing will stand in my way.
And for Charles, we are gonna go this way. We're gonna cut him off here. Another counter spell. Alright. Counter spell's really good because it just counters a spell, and that basically takes your turn away from you. That's a lot of enemies. I think the best way to deal with these will be an AoE attack. So maybe Cloud of Daggers. If they are pulling together, we can do Cloud of Daggers or Thunder Wave. Perhaps we can do Thunder Wave. They are all here. So let's see. Maybe Karlach. Oh, it's not Karlach's turn yet. Let's go ahead and get Shovel out of the way. Okay, let's see. If we do Thunder Wave here for these two. Alright. Or should we just... No, I don't want Karlach to... Maybe Karlach will save. Do we have faith in her? Maybe we'll have some faith in her. She did save, look at that. She rolled a 13, and the save was 13. Okay, good. So good job, Karlach. Invisible, okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to get rid of these. We're gonna go here so we have a clear path for our throwing spear. to throw one more time. Completely kill him. Good. This guy's still invisible. He's also gonna throw. That's alright. Okay. I know someone here is invisible, so we're going to do cleave and try to see if we can hit him even though he is invisible. No. So I guess we'll just kill him regularly. And we're gonna Thomas strike to hit him. Good. I don't know where the other guy is, but he is invisible.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
So it should be done. Very good. We're gonna try to approach here to try to see where the invisible guy is. We're gonna stay here closer to this doorway. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna thunder wave them off the ledge. One of them saved. Well, the other guy here is still invisible, so we can't do anything about that. He was very close to us earlier, so I don't know why we weren't able to do cleave on him. Okay, we're gonna push this guy so we can walk here.
Moving.
So we can throw
Handy.
this and throw it one more time. Critical hit for 19, very good. This should be the end of this right here, unless we miss, which we did. Okay, now we are good. And I believe if we go here, we can push this guy for some falling damage. Glut is, we can just go here. There's no more enemies this way. So we're just gonna go this way.
Well, so much for
peace. Charles.
With haste.
Can he reach downstairs? Probably not. This might not work. Its path is interrupted. Still interrupted. Can we do another? Let's just do Hunger of Hate right here. So Hunger of Hadar inflicts damage at the beginning of a creature's turn if they start their turn in that area. And it's also difficult terrain for them, so their speed is halved. Alright, this guy has... Let's see if we can push him off the ledge. And then we can shoot him. Did you see that? 17 damage. So if we look here, the damage roll was 1d8, so we rolled a 6, plus 1, plus 4 for dexterity modifier, 2 for the gloves of archery, and another 4 for the Thailand weapon. So that was 17 damage in one attack. So that is really good. I think we can push this or not. We did not. We'll just attack him regularly for 1. And I think we can throw... Is there anyone else here? I think that's it. There's no one else here. There's only one left. It's this one, and I don't think we can reach. Okay, we're just gonna end our turn here. hit. And we are gonna try to push him. He might be too heavy to shove, so we might not be able to do it. We failed, that's okay.
Still on my feet.
Let's see if we can repel him down here. 99%. He is dead. And there's one more enemy here, and we should be good after we kill this one. And that was riposte. And we are dead. Alright, so that was a good fight. I really enjoyed that fight. That was really good. Now let's talk to Glut to see what he has to say.
Tumor is excised. The Duergar are dead. Here I break ground. From the dark will a mighty circle rise. My song will fill the grotto. Death doer. The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of Glut, there may be no Spaw. Eliminate the other sovereign.
So it looks like Glut wants us to kill the other sovereign so he can create his own circle there. We're not gonna let that happen. So we're gonna ask him, you're gonna turn on him who gave you shelter? So this is a good guy run, so we are gonna betray Glut. We're not gonna slaughter Spaw and his circle just because Glut was a victim of the Duergar. So unfortunately we're gonna have to kill Glut here. It's his own doing anyway. He wants to betray Spaw who gave him shelter.
You shall never again know home.
Alright, so let us do Lae'zel. Let's see, how can we do this? I want to throw him off the... I want to throw him off here, but there's no room. Okay.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Let's see if Charles can do it.
Time to push my luck
Let's
again.
see if Charles can. Okay, 32 left. We're gonna go here.
This feels good.
We're gonna shoot him for 12 damage.
Swift
And then with Lae'zel, we're gonna shoot him twice to see if we can inflict 20 in 2.
You bow or you break.
A crit miss, and another miss. That's not very like Lae'zel. He was able to revive one here, so we're gonna have to kill the Shadow Duergar to finish this fight, which is no problem with karma. Very good. Alright, so we have finished this side quest. Let's go ahead and see if we can loot them. There should be some good... There should be some good loot here. So, Misty Step and Vampiric Touch. Dominator's Axe, that's good. This guy has Arrow of Roaring Thunder. What is that? I don't think I've ever seen this before. Oh, okay. And down here, think they should be holding some gold here. Let's see what they have. Potion of healing, onyx. Scroll of aid, speak with dead. I think that should be it. Okay, nothing else here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to report our success to the Sovereign and to the Poisoned Gnome. So we took care of two things in one go. So we're going to tell Thulla that we were able to kill the Duergar.
I'm coming along, just not fast enough. Any word on my people? I'm almost sorry to hear it. I hope to have the pleasure myself. There's plenty more guarding my people, but I'd say you've made a fine start.
Right now we're going to talk to Sovereign and give him all the updates of what we just
Greets you
did.
with a harrowing elegy, cheerless as the new moon. The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Duergar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spaw shows you a drow, striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him head. And I will know my circle is safe.
So it looks like Spaw wants us to do one last thing for him, which we will do.
The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death and return.
Alright. And he has given us... He has given us access to this area right here. It is now open. So there's plenty of things here that we can grab.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flump Mating Rituals.
Wow, even with all the bonuses, we did not succeed. Okay, let's try again. Oh, and we roll a natural 20.
Underdark
Instant
fauna is a
success.
topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion.
It was an illusion.
What
It's actually a
remains are
book
simple
about
instructions written in a spare hand. The
a
secret to
forge.
forging adamantine.
Forge again. The wizard's notes mentioned a guardian, right?
we are gonna get this, that, and that. And there's one more thing here. This backpack should have hold person. Very good. That's a really useful scroll. And we finally have the 3 icy crystal, icy new weapon, the Morning Frost right here. Okay, so we're actually going to change weapons here. Lae'zel has been using the Everburn blade since the very beginning, but the Morning Frost is a little bit better. So we are gonna change into the Morning Frost here. It is bludgeoning, so we have a lot of enemies that are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So we are gonna choose this here, the Morning Frost. All right. We could give her a shield, but if we give her a shield, the damage of the Morning Frost is going to be less. So we are going to not give her a shield. That would be okay.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Right, so we are due for a long rest, but let's go ahead and check our quests here. Let's clean up a little bit. So checking the quest, travel to Moonrise Towers, we will do that. Okay, so let's clean this up. We need to go talk to Omeluum real fast. So we're just going to clean up our quest lines. So when we long rest, we know exactly what we need to do.
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared? These are fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Omeluum turns away to prepare the potion, lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
The potion is disgusting beyond description. The only mercy is that it goes down quickly.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
So the first DC check is only a 10, which we do succeed, so 22. But there are more, and they will have a higher difficulty. So hopefully we succeed on all of them.
Spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull.
This is a DC 15. Let's see if we succeed. 17. We do not need the bonuses. 23 anyway.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omeluum, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling. Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to this being than mere stasis. Such crude destruction may not waylay a lava like this. But there is another possibility. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
So we're going to persuade him and say we wouldn't be in this situation if we weren't for Mind Flayer. So you owe me. Let's see if we can convince him. With all these bonuses, I think we should be able to, unless we roll a 1, we roll a 34.
That is true. And I cannot imagine many other Mind Flayers will offer restitution. Here, it is yours. May it serve you as well as it has served me.
Nice. Helps not to judge a book by its cover, doesn't it?
Of course, the lava remains. Be ever vigilant of its growth.
Right, now that we have done that,
I greet you,
he will now be a trader, so we can actually buy some of his stuff. This one looks good, maybe for Shadowheart. It's a little bit expensive though, so we're not going to buy it. We are going to get the Ring of Salving. You restore an additional 2 hit points every time you restore another creature. This is going to be good for Astarion. I'm going to do that. When the wearer inflicts a condition, reverberation. This is mainly for monks, so we're not going to do that. And we're definitely going to buy this. It is a amulet that it has pearlescent restoration. It allows a spellcaster to restore a used up spell slot. And I think we're gonna buy one of these.
May your travel.
So I'll show you what that restoration does. So you'll see here, if you look on the bottom, I have 1 out of 2 spell slots left. But if I wear that here, and I do, where is it? Right here, pearlescent restoration, I'm able to restore a level 3 here. And now I have 2 spell slots again. So that's really good. You can use spell slot restoration in order to and you can unequip it afterwards, but the restoration remains. And I believe we're gonna want to give Astarion the ring that we just purchased. What was it called? Ring of Salving.
Have you spoken with Skris lately?
So we're going to wear that.
Yes, she is cataloging courtual and fertility rituals.
Where is it? And equip that.
Oh, well, perhaps after I finish my research,
So these 2 rings trigger when Astarion heals someone. The Whispering Promise, it gives you Bless, and this one, it gives you 2 additional hit points. So if Astarion heals you for 4, you will heal for 6 actually. So that's really good. All right. Before we long rest, as I said, we are going to clean up our quest line. We just did that. We will do this eventually. Do we have parasites? We have not. This one we will do later, so that's good. Rescue the Grand Duke, so we need to go to Moonrise Towers. That's good. Rescue Volo. Oh, we need to talk to Volo. He's back in camp. We're going to do that before we long rest. Mirror's Head, that's something new. We are going to do this later. We need to speak with Derryth since we saved her husband. Now, where is she? Let's do that right now. So Balin is safe, and let's see if she's gonna thank us.
Got my useless old man back. I suppose that's your doing. His hands are empty as a whole. We'll have to send him back out soon enough. Collecting Noblestalk. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Baldur's Gate. The locals go mad for it.
We did get a Noblestalk, so what do you think? I think we're gonna show it to her.
To no surprise of mine, you're more competent than Balin. Go on then. Hand it over.
Should we just give it to her? Let's see how much is it worth to you.
But I haven't got anything to offer for it. I'm counting on the shroom for that. Give it or don't.
Okay, what do you think? I think since we are being good guys, we're just gonna give it to her.
Thanking you. I'll be on my way then. Look, I do thank you. Come visit me in Baldur's Gate if you find yourself that way. I run a shop called Bonecloaks. Balin nearly sunk the shop to pay for a drink. When he was of his own mind. This might allow me to hang on a little longer. You take care out here.
We receive, these are mainly for monks, so we are still gonna accept them. Alright, so we've done that. We will do this eventually. This is also in the Underdark, so that's good. This, we won't be able to complete this until Act 3, so Find the Night Song will be in our list for a while. Free the Artist. I'm going to skip this in this run. I really don't like the fight in Act 3, and the rewards are not that good, so we're just going to skip that. Now we're going to have to finish the Masterwork weapon. We did get the Sussur bark, so that means we get to return to the Blighted Village, and we can finish this quest. So to finish this quest, first obviously you have to start it by reading the blueprints, and then next we're going to combine the melting furnace, and then we're going to use the bellows, and then we're going to give the Sussur bark here.
Bark is placed. Now for a great sword, dagger, or sickle.
And now we're going to throw a great sword here. I believe Lae'zel should be holding a great sword right here. And then the great sword is going to transform into a nice weapon. And we can also use this weapon for Lae'zel. So depending on the enemies, we might use either a bludgeoning or a slashing weapon.
Infuses the weapon from within the flames. The flames sputter away. The sword is complete.
Alright, let's see. Where is it? It's right here. How much damage does it have? It is the same damage as the Morning Frost, so we're just gonna keep the Morning Frost then. Alright, so we will do this as well. And that's it. So let's go back to camp so we can long rest.
Looking ahead.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
So Volo is a little bit insufferable, but he does give us one item that we would really like. So we are going to have to tolerate him.
Here, on the Sword Coast. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers unless... That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceremorphosis by now. I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods! If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
What's on your mind? Nothing a bit of magic can't solve. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but no, it cannot be cured. And I assure you I've left no page unturned in reaching that conclusion. I can keep this condition under control, as indeed what it comes down to is this. Every so often I need to get
this is
my
part
hands
of
on
their
powerful
lore. We
magical
are going
item
to skip
and absorb
it.
the weave inside. I can say no, just try. It's been days.
Since we already know what it is, I didn't mean to talk to him.
Involved. As luck would have it, you're already
Let's just give him
primed
our
to give me
artifact. Let's give him the Robe of
exactly what I
Summer.
Thank you. Oh, a metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no, it's not. Sincerely, though. My lord?
Okay. Have we cleaned up our quest? Okay, we have one more thing to do before we long rest. And that's gonna be to give this book to Shadowheart and this amethyst to Shadowheart, and then we're going to have Shadowheart, since she has the best wisdom, we're gonna have her open this book.
So, nevertheless, as quirks go...
So we're gonna have her join us temporarily. She can take Karlach's place.
What am I to do?
And then we are going to read this.
The book is locked.
There are a few checks here. Hopefully we succeed. But she's proficient in religion and she has high wisdom, so I believe she will succeed. Let's see.
You try to examine the book, but the...
A cursed book? How obvious. Please don't open the creepy book.
We are gonna open it. Alright, fingers crossed that we will have some good die rolls.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkened, and something is trying to reply.
Alright, only a 10 here. I think we can do it. 17, very good. And if you fail here once, you won't be able to progress. So we really need to succeed all of these checks. The reward at the very end when we get to Act 3 is gonna be worth it. Alright, this is gonna be a 15. We're going to use resistance. So we have a bonus of not a lot. 9 is not gonna be enough. We are gonna be using inspiration to roll again. Let's see if we can succeed. Okay, 10 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 17. Good.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
And this one is going to be 20. I don't know if we can make this, but we need at least a 15 to guarantee. 11 to 20. 6 is not going to do it. We have 3 more inspiration we can burn. So let's see. Let's hope for maybe a 14, maybe. 14 is a guarantee. 3 is not going to make it either. We have 2 more inspiration. Fingers crossed. 14 or higher is a guarantee. That is an 11. Plus 1 plus 2, 17. We're short 3. And we have 1 more. We'll just have to accept the fact that we did it. Okay, that was our last inspiration and we barely made it. So thank you to that golden dice.
The glyphs scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten, fate undone, your future thrumming with power. You struggle to cling to scraps of what you know. Powerful necromancy, you're sure. But it darts away, leaving only hell's screams. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you you should never have known.
Alright, so that was... we barely made it. So that's good. This is going to be... this quest is going to be here for a little bit until we get to Act 3. So when we get to Act 3, there's one more thing we need to do in order to finish that quest. Alright. I think we are ready for a long rest. So let's get Karlach back into our party. And then we're going to long rest.
I like... Copper for your thoughts? No room in your party. Well, excellent.
Alright, we are going to long rest now. Let's see what kind of... Oh, I really like this, this cinematic, so I hope you enjoy it too.
Wyll, you've been naughty, and you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Handler's the word, if it's all the same. My pup here's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. The point? Oh yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
So for those of you who are not aware about the lore, the class Warlock in D&D, they gain their power by making a deal with a patron. So that was Wyll's patron, so all of his Warlock powers like Eldritch Blast and all of his magic is from Mizora. So we are also playing a Warlock, so we have our own patron, but in this game it doesn't specify who is our patron if we are a Warlock.
Oh, really? Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. Wouldn't be courage without the risk, would it? I'll figure out a way to make it up to him. What are heroes like? Swords? Shields? Shiny things?
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings. I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
Alright, so I think we're ready for that long rest. Let's do it now. Oh, another cinematic. Since we long rest very rarely in this game, it's
Promised I'd be back.
A lot of the cinematics are cramped into the long rest that we do take.
I have things under control. For now. I see you've been using the powers the tadpole gives you. Good. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Holsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places. Yes. Holsin is correct. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Holsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites were merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. I'm not sure yet. To find the answers, we must first find the source. These parasites are more than illicit spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the true souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you. Because I am just like you, and I need an ally. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells. They need me. I have to go. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can. But sooner or later, I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
Alright, so that was a long cinematic, but it is very important to the story, so if you want to follow along the story and you watched it, that's great. It looks like Volo wants to talk to us here.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
So do you think we should trust him? With that rusty needle? Alright, let's see.
Volo carefully holds one of the needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harpstring.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
We're just gonna hold as still
Volo
as
carefully
possible.
withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick.
Alright,
Volo slowly
we're just gonna have
brings
to
the
clench our
ice pick
teeth
closer to your eye.
Now,
and hold our breath.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat!
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly.
So we just lost an eye.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage. Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
So since this is honor mode, we knew that was going to happen. We do lose an eye, but then he does give us another eye. It's our right eye right there. You can see it's a little bit lighter. It's a lighter blue. And what that does is grants us invisibility, actually. So we have a permanent buff. We can see invisible creatures within 30 feet. And they must do a dex saving throw or lose their invisibility. So we endured that. And we did get something out of it, which is a permanent sea invisibility. Okay, so I think we're going to cut it here. We've been streaming for how long? Let's see. It's been about 2 hours. But before we go, there's actually one thing, a bonus content, if you will, that I'm going to show you. Let's see what Karlach has to say first.
So, hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Thing is, I think I can use... Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target. Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe-to-toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens. Fuck yes! Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Alright, so in this one, we are not going to use soul coins on Karlach. We're just gonna leave them. And here is the bonus content that I'm going to show you before we leave today. It's going to be a rather erotic scene between a bugbear and I don't know what the name of the other creature. It's going to be over there. So what you're going to want to do here, it's going to be a fight if you open that door. Let's go ahead and approach it. Before we do, I don't think I've done this here. Another bonus content for you guys. There's a dagger here that we can grab.
A beast fit for an ogre. You notice
we can try to grab it with strength. It's not anything special, but it's always nice to attempt to do these. Oh, we got a 15 plus 4, 19. So we succeed. So we get the dagger here. It's nothing special about this dagger, but it's returning to the content in mind that I was telling you about. If we just open this door, it's going to be a fight. But if we send a bard, so we're gonna go over here. We're actually gonna send the Starion. And then it's going to be a persuasion check. So we're gonna cast guidance on him. Okay, we're gonna send a Starion, who's a bard. We are going to be able to avoid this fight. Only a bard can avoid this fight. So if you open this door and not a bard, you're just gonna end up fighting these two.
Someone or something is having a bit of fun.
So someone in there is getting busy, 2 people. So let's go ahead and open the door.
What the hell are you doing?
So if you're not a bard, this option 4 will not appear for you, and it will just going to be a fight. But since we are a bard, we are going to do this. It's a DC of 15. Since we want to succeed, we are going to take all the bonuses we can get. So we have +3 in charisma, 1d4 in guidance, +3 in persuasion proficiency, and we're gonna roll with advantage with Scroll of Charm person. So we do roll an 18, 28, we succeed, and we avoid this fight.
Tell of my rutting, my virility.
Don't want this puny rutting written down.
Puny? I am strong. I am virile. I am
Enough! Moment ruined. Passion squished like slow goats underfoot. We leave.
Alright, so we avoided another fight in this to fight them. Alright, so I think we're going to end the stream here. It is past my bedtime after all. So we're gonna go back here. I like saving here in Blighted Village. It's very centralized. Okay, so what did we do today? We did a lot. We completed all of this Act 1, and we did a lot of things in the Underdark. So on the next session, we are going to continue going to the Underdark. We're going to complete more quests there, and hopefully you join me next time. So I will see you then.